Hey, welcome to Snowmobiler Television on this, our last show of the 2020 season. On this go-around, we're coming at you from here in North Bay, Ontario, on the shores of Lake Nipissing, but we're here with a very special guest rider because Levi LaVallee is with us to experience what this great snowmobiling town has to offer. And then we're wrapping the show up with the wrap tour, and it all starts now.
STV is brought to you by Yamaha, revs your heart. Polaris Snowmobiles, together we are born for more. Ford F-Series, Canada's best-selling line of trucks for 53 years. Tough, smart, capable.
The snowmobile world is filled with great people, no matter where you go, that you form an instant connection with because of our shared passion for snowmobiling. Even at the highest level, with guys like Levi LaVallee, well, they make that connection to wherever they are. And here in North Bay is no exception. Last season, Levi was in Cochrane, Ontario for the first ever hometown tour. Now, getting to ride with him was a memorable experience for me, but even more memorable was watching Levi engage with the town, signing autographs for kids and adults alike, dropping the puck at the crunch game, and just talking with folks like they've been friends forever. Levi is a true ambassador for snowmobiling. This time around, we have Levi in North Bay, Ontario, with some new experiences for him, but with folks that share the same passion for snowmobiles.
Since Cochrane last year has been awesome. You know, the biggest thing now is we just get to go ride. We get to go enjoy snowmobiling the way that I remember growing up, the thing that I fell in love with way back then. You know, that's what's been really fun. Like for years we've been competing and jumping and doing all these different things, and in this last while it's just been able to go out, enjoy riding my snowmobile. You know, I've been able to go out west, ride in the mountains some. I've been able to ride on the East Coast, ride in these different spots, and I think that's been the biggest positive for me, is just being able to get back to that original joy that I fell in love with so long ago. I'm a snowmobiler to start with, right? And that's what's like so great is, you know, we were able to compete and do all these incredible things on snowmobiles throughout the years, but that love for snowmobiling has never died. You know, it's always been there. And the best part now is it's like, it's rekindling it, going back and being able to do those trail rides, and even riding around home. You know, I laugh how much fun I have just riding around my hometown, just because I'm like, I remember doing this stuff when I was 12, 13, 14 years old, and now going back with, you know, more skill, maybe more talent, I look at everything a lot different. I'm like, it's so much more fun now because I know a little bit more how to do it, right? So it's been really fun being able to go back, ride in those places, and now we get to travel and see these other incredible places to ride. You know, being here in North Bay is like such a cool thing. You know, I've never been up this way before, and I'm excited to go out riding today and see what it's all about. The best part about being here in North Bay for this event, just coming out and riding, is it's way less stressful than having to do a backflip or a jump or anything like that. But I mean, that's what's fun, is we're out here, we're just doing what we love. There's snowmobilers here that they love snowmobiling, and that's what I get to come be a part of. You know, people that are passionate about riding, getting out, having fun, enjoying the time together. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what snowmobiling is. So really excited to be here and really excited to be able to participate in that.
I'm at North Bay Cycle and Sports. I was really stoked to see Levi because he signed my things I'm gonna try to hold world record just like him.
Yeah, Xander, he was awesome, you know, I mean, what an awesome kid. He came out right away. We did some posters for him, and he was my little buddy. He helped me with everything. He's like, everywhere I was going, he's like right with me, like putting a hand in, giving me, you know, any assistance I needed. I'm like, dude, you're awesome. So it's just, that's one of the coolest things, you know, I think about is like, man, being able to go places and have people like excited to meet you and just excited to be around and hang out with you. It almost for a moment puts pressure on me, like, well, I hope I don't like disappoint, you know, because I'm not that cool, right? So that's what's really cool, seeing those people like Xander and just seeing how excited he was to be around, you know, be able to go out and ride around a little bit on the sled, and you know, even some of our other guys, Brandon, he was outstanding, you know, I mean, what a great guy, being able to hang out with him and, you know, sign different posters, and it's so cool seeing that and being a part of that. So I did get a jump in, you know, like anywhere I go, everything that's got an angle looks like it could be jumped. So I said, hey, that loading ramp looks like we could jump it. So I swung out and hit it, you know, not my biggest jump, but it was, I think, one of my first loading ramps at a dealership that I've ever jumped. So new experience, and you know, I got some work to do there, but you know, we got maybe at the next place we go. So Xander, he wanted to try to jump with me, and I like had a 2-up sled, and I'm going, I don't know, buddy. Like, you better stick this out. How about you cheer for me, because I don't know if this is gonna go well. So it's one thing, the captain going down with the ship, you don't want to take anyone else down. So I said, how about you just stand off to the side, and I'll give her a rip and see how it goes. So it was cool, but I mean, what a cool experience to be able to have, you know, have him right there, seeing that stuff, and just having people like that out there. I mean, it's fellow snowmobilers, and we just like having fun.
Coming up after the break, Levi LaVallee's hometown tour continues here in North Bay.
All right,
so that's the bottom?
This is me. This is me moving up and down.
Oh, I see
you can
it there.
tell. See, it kind of looks like me.
So that's a fish?
Yeah, see, this is what you do is
him.
you just try to get away from it. You're like, don't get me, man. No, so here I'm gonna try to lure this guy up. And when it turns red, that means when he's like after it. He's like, dude, I'm gonna hammer that thing.
If you catch one
and
now,
then
it's total BS.
I sit here like this, and I try. Look at, he's jiggling. And what you do is once you catch it, you gotta lay into this thing, because these babies are big.
You gotta full throttle, pull them out.
Yeah, they're big, and you don't want them to get away. Hey, what's this guy going? Come here. So see, this is what I do. I tease him.
Well, this is called fishing, not catching, though, right?
All right, so here it is.
Look at all the nice snow that we've been riding on right now.
But we're
Oh, we got a fish?
we're fishing, remember?
Oh yeah.
Look at, wait, you see all that movement? That's me. Come on, do it.
Is there fish though?
Do it. Watch out, I got him. And then see, what you got to do is they're fighters, right? So
Yeah, there's
you got to really. What you do? You really lean back, and then you got to reel it in.
I think these are those
quick.
freshwater sharks that I'm terrified of.
I think he's pulling it. He's pulling it back.
I'm getting hungry. I'm gonna start fishing for something. I need a rod. Anybody got a rod? Or is it a pole? Is it a rod or a pole?
So one of the things that we got to do is we got to go ice fishing, which is, you know, that goes hand in hand with snowmobiling, right? So going out there ice fishing, got to go out in the Snow Bear, this massive, I mean, literally it's like you're driving the fish house out onto the lake. I mean, it was crazy. So we made it out there, and we were able to go ice fishing, which was, I haven't been able to do it in many, many years. You know, ever since I started competing and doing all these different things, my winters have been very busy. So it was fun to go out there, go ice fishing, and I wasn't skunked, which was awesome. I was able to catch a couple fish, not big fish, but they were fish. Some may call them bait, but I'm calling them fish. So, but it was super fun, and just being around the people, man. I mean, what a great group. You know, being able to have, you know, we fried up the fish right there on the water and had fish right on the ice. I mean, how cool is that? So, what a neat experience to be able to experience that. And again, it's kind of taking that step back to the passion that I fell in love with early on, is going out and being with people, enjoying these different things. And that's what I love about winter, and I love about what I get to do.
I don't know, this fishing stuff. I mean, I keep looking around all the snow. It's pretty good. I think I got a bite. Oh yeah, no, here it comes. Look, oh, excellent. That's a steak. This is the best.
Is that top round?
That's the best. This is the best lake ever.
Whoa!
Whoa! What you got?
Whoa! This one's got wings! Whoa! Whoa! Easy.
See, mine was dead already. It wasn't flipping around.
Mine's ready.
Well, I think it's time to go, Mick. Let's cook
go
these
fillet.
things. Coming up after the break, Levi LaVallee's hometown tour of North Bay will continue.
And, you know, an event like this is such an awesome thing for me, because my whole career of snowmobiling, or the majority of it, has been competing and jumping and doing the craziest of things. And I mean, you know, it all started from this passion for snowmobiling, and to go to a place like we are here in North Bay and be able to just go riding with people and meet other snowmobilers and talk snowmobiles with people, it brings me back to those early years of just going out riding and the passion that started all this madness for me. It's cool to make it full circle and go back and experience that. And that's what I really enjoy doing, stuff like this, is just bringing it back down to the ground level where I started off. And I mean, riding my snowmobile is where it is that passion, and being able to do that without the stress of having to jump 400 feet makes it a lot easier. North Bay was awesome. You know, I was so excited to be able to come out here and just experience winter here in North Bay. You know, we went out ice fishing, we went out on the sleds, got in some riding, and then I finished out, I was riding fat tire bikes outside. And I'm like, that was my first time doing it. And I thought, man, this is pretty awesome. So what a cool place to be able to go and explore and just be outside having fun. And I think that's what was cool, is being able to do that from the fat tires to the ice fishing. All of it was being outside with friends, having a good time. Oh man, and I missed all of the inside stuff. That was incredible. You know, we went to some great restaurants, and you know, it was just neat, because you go to these different places and you can see, like, these people, they're just pumped. They're just good people. I mean, what a great area to do that. And then finishing out throwing axes, right? I mean, how cool is that? You know, you start off and I'm like, I don't know if I'm qualified for this. And you get there, and I mean, they walk you through, show you exactly how to do it. And by the end, you're like hitting it, and you're like, this is awesome. Like, every time you hit it on there, you're like, it's like you win the lottery. You're like, I did it. So what a cool experience. You know, that's the universal thing with snowmobilers, is it's just good people, you know, and we saw that here in North Bay. You know, you start getting with the different snowmobilers, and they're just happy, they're just enjoying what they're doing. I mean, it's everyone's passion, and it's fun. When you're around people that are passionate about the same thing as you instantly click. You're like, how are you doing? Where you been all my life, right? So it's been really cool being able to talk with some of the snowmobilers and just hang out with these people and get to know them. And you know, the cool thing for me is being able to go to a place like North Bay, and you know, you have that common of we're gonna have snowmobilers, good folks, but then finding out a little bit more about the area, finding out about what else you can do, and that's what's really fun. And North Bay is such an outstanding place. It was really an awesome trip out here.
This segment is brought to you by Best Western Hotels and Resorts.
Over the last 3 rides, we talked about 3 towns that have one thing in common, and that's they're all located around the outside of Algonquin Park, Canada's oldest provincial park. But for us snowmobilers, there are also 3 of the many towns that make up one of Ontario's most iconic snowmobile loops, the Rap Tour. To ride all the way around Algonquin Park, it'll put about 850 kilometers on the machine, but this number can be cut down a bit or added to depending on the route you take. Now, most ride groups will do the whole trip in 4 days on the trail, but this can easily be cut to 3 or even 2 if you plan your fuel stops correctly. However, 2 days is a little ambitious, so in my opinion, 3 days makes for the best tour.
So a lot of our snowmobile business, I think it's a mix of people doing the Rap Tour or are doing kind of a multi-day trip from kind of Barry Bay or a couple hours drive away. The other is they're trailering in here and then using us as a base for either day trips or doing the Rap Tour and coming back to us kind of 3 or 4 days later. So as soon as guests check in, we've got a big welcoming lobby, nice fireplace, lots of places to leave their helmets and clothes while they're getting their key cards and everything. After that, they go to their room, get cozy. We've got a beautiful saltwater pool, hot tub and sauna they can relax in after hours and hours on the trail. So they're very appreciative of that. And I think our hugest feature is our on-site restaurant. So they literally can just come in their socks or their Crocs and enjoy a couple beers and a drink before they hit the hay for the night. So the Rap Tour is very popular. We find that we're one of the starting destinations, and we've got Best Westerns actually at every stop around the Rap Tour. We usually recommend people go to North Bay, but yeah, it's such a popular tour and it's so good for everybody surrounding Algonquin Park.
So we are 4 kilometers exactly from Highway 11 if you're going northbound or southbound. So here we are very lucky to have on site a lounge that's open from 5 p.m. till 11 p.m. daily. We also have a restaurant open in the morning from 7 a.m. till 1 p.m. offering breakfast and lunch, and opens again at 5 p.m. till 9 p.m. for our dinner hour. It's a great way to unwind after you've been on the trails, have a cocktail with your friends before you hit the hot tub. And here we also have a number of other restaurants locally that would be able to be easily accessible by either your sled or just walking distance, a block in either direction. After you've had a big day, it's always nice to fill your tummy with some good steak if you're ever interested. We also have across the street one of the best steakhouses in town. We love having the snowmobilers here. They're definitely part of our environment here, and we've grown to love them. We look forward to hearing about their days out on the lake and hearing those ice fishermen have caught anything at the end of the day. We also have a check-in system. So at the end of the night, if you've been out on your sled all day and we haven't heard from you, if there's any reason for concern, we've certainly reached out to people in the past to make sure that they are safe, so that if they're lost out on the ice, we can help them direct themselves back to the property. As we do know, if you're not from the area, it can get a little scary out in the ice. So we do try to help our snowmobilers feel at home here. and work with them in that way. We also have a business center, so if you need to get your maps ready for the next leg of your trip, you can use our business center and the computer there to print out any mapping to help yourself get ready for the next adventure.
Even though we didn't ride the Wrap Tour, planning on staying in Halliburton, Pembroke, and North Bay make for excellent places to overnight if you're planning this tour. Each of these towns are snowmobile friendly with plenty of options for accommodations and food. Plus, most hotels you'll find in these towns are familiar with riders on the Wrap and will even let you leave your tow vehicles behind while you ride the loop. Hey, thanks for tuning in to our last episode of 2020. Now, I want to take this chance to thank everyone that we've met along the way, or those of you who tuned in to us throughout the season. Now, summer is just around the corner, but that also means so is next winter. So long, everyone.
STV has been brought to you by Ultimix Belts, performance driven, performance proven. CKX, wear your passion. On Snow Magazine, for snowmobilers from snowmobilers.
Hey, welcome to this week's YouTube comment of the day. And this is actually a couple of comments that we've got from our episode 10 of last season when Levi LaVallee came with us to Cochrane, Ontario. The first comment is from VX Adventures. And VX says, "Man, how do they do it? Riding around the flatlands in so little snow? Am I a spoiled mountain rider?" Well, VX, not quite sure how to put this, but let's just go with yes. Also, another comment from Darren DeSaltels, Des something. I'm sorry, Darren. But you do put it best when you say, Levi puts the back in Cochrane. Couldn't have said it better myself, because he definitely does. Keep those comments coming.